Hello, everyone. My name is KJ, and I am the host of Great Talking Entertainment official channel. And today is and I repeat, my non spoiler review for the new movie by Marvel Studio and Sony Company, which is in theaters right now, Spider-Man Brand New Day. So, guys, don't worry. I am not going to spoil anything in this video. But if you have seen this movie, Spider Man Brand New Day, please check out my spoiler review where I go in a much deeper dive, scene by scene, talk about everything that has happened in that movie. Check that out here on the YouTube channel, Great Talking Entertainment official channel. So, but for this video is my non spoiler review, but I'm going to talk about things about it without giving away so much. And I'm going to explain what to kind of expect and why you should go see this in theaters right now, why it's worth the movie ticket price. And it's such a wonderful experience. So I definitely want to share that with y'all. So before we start, could you guys do one thing? Could you hit the thumbs up button, aka the like button? That would help my YouTube channel out. And I appreciate that. Come back and let me know what you guys think about in the comments below of Spider-Man Brand New Day. Let me know in the comments below. And please, everybody, don't spoil everything for everyone in the comments. Just, give people a chance to see this. They might not have it this time to go see it this current week. It's going to be in theaters for a while now. So before I get in that, I made this skit for y'all. And once the skit's over, I will talk about my non spoiler review of Spider Man Brand New Day. So, with that said, please enjoy this skit. Check my emails. Let me see. What? Who used my card to order one ticket to Spider Man Brand New Day and ordered one popcorn bucket of a Spider Man popcorn bucket? What? Who? Wait a second. Hold on. I gotta check this out. All right, got my movie tickets and my popcorn bucket. I am gonna watch my movie, Spider-Man Brand New Day. Yeah, and nothing's gonna ruin it. Who's using my card? I gotta find out. What the? What? Dude, you can't go. Deadpool is literally downtown fighting this giant monster. I don't know what it is. I think it's like Venom or something. Or Wolverine. I don't know. But it's a huge fight. You don't have time to go to the movie theaters. I'm sorry. Are you serious? That Deadpool. That Deadpool. He's always screwing things up. No, I can't watch this movie. And I'm so mad. That Deadpool. God darn it. Alright. You go see Spider-Man Brand New Day. Here you go. Thank you. I will definitely have fun, but go downtown, fix that, Spidey, because, you know, you are the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, so, yeah. Ooh. Spider-Man Brand New Day is an action-packed superhero film that feels new, feels refreshing, and literally feels like a brand new life, a brand new saga, a brand new era of Spider-Man. And it made me cry, it made me laugh. It had a bunch of feel good moments in this film. And this fourth MCU Spider-Man film is one of the better Spider-Man movies that I have seen. I think they definitely did so much. Like, for anybody that has, I would say, said negative things about where the MCU is at, from the Disney Plus series shows to the movies that came out before this, and any like the critics on the internet, social media, YouTube, wherever, have brought up issues that they see a problem, or things that they wish Marvel stopped doing this, they wish Sony would stop doing that, they wish Marvel would do this, they wish Sony would do that, etc., etc. I honestly feel like this film has proven those critics, those people who have said negative things about the MCU wrong, in my opinion, because this film, to me, as we see, as Tom Holland proves, he's really good at portraying Spider-Man slash Peter Parker and just bringing this character to life in a live action. I think they have, I would say, improved. This film has showcased that the relationship between Marvel Studios and Disney and Sony Company, Sony Marvel, as some people call it, I feel like their business relationship has improved, has strengthened. And I feel like if you feel like they had made bad decisions, or you weren't a fan of the direction that, as far as the MCU was going, the direction basically, and kind of like the beginning after Avengers Endgame and stuff, I feel like they have reshaped this, and I feel like they have did better improvements that I think really showcases throughout this film. And I think this is an example of what other Marvel movies in the future, including Avengers Doomsday, is going to go with. Because I think for years they have heard those critics bring up things that they never really liked about Marvel comics or the MCU basically. And I feel like they, again, they just they fixed whatever it is. And whatever they feel like they fix, I feel like they fixed it. That makes sense. But really, this movie showcased to me the improvements that I think the diehard fans of just superhero movies or Marvel Comics, Marvel Studios, whatever you want to call it, I think they're going to appreciate this film. And also, this film to me is at times one of the saddest Spider-Man movies, as in, like, we're really seeing Spider-Man go through it, and we're really seeing Spider-Man, just live life. And I think that's really awesome the way they did this, to me, in my opinion. And also, just it was just the main plot of this movie was so good. Like, it was just good, right? And to me, it makes sense where they're going with it, and it makes me feel like, they went back to basics. What makes a real good superhero movie? What people like to expect and see in a superhero movie. They went back to basics. And sometimes going back to basics is the best thing to create this big cinematic universe that we're seeing today, especially in 2026 and beyond, because there's so many other projects coming out. And also, too, like, this film showcases like a comic book story field. And it does, I can't remember all the comic book reference, but there's a lot of comic book reference from Spider-Man comic books that they have, portrayed in this. And the one thing too that I noticed about this film, that they took I or they either took, or to me personally, I feel like I see, like, they took a lot of inspirations from the video games Marvel Spider-Man that came out in 2018, and I think Marvel Spider-Man 2 in the year 2020. I think they took inspirations from those two video games, which were obviously, I believe, at least the first one was released on the PS4 and then remastered on the PlayStation 5, and then of course the Marvel Spider-Man 2, which came out in 2020, was also on the PS5 as well, and I believe the PS4. I can't quite remember, but whatever the case is, I can tell from this movie they took some inspirations from that video game, and because there's a lot of scenes you'll see in this movie where it just feels like that video game, which is totally fine because, you know, just everything was just good about this, and I think that's a good thing they took inspiration from those games because a lot of people did like those games, even I myself. So they definitely took a lot of inspirations to this. So definitely worth watching this film, especially if you have played those video games. Like, definitely check this out, guys. Now, I'm gonna talk about three things that I did like about it, but let me just say that I do have things I did not like about this movie, but I don't want to share it in the non spoiler review because of the fact that it will spoil the movie. So you want to hear those, please, and I mean after you check out this movie, guys, check out my spoiler review where I do talk about the things I didn't like about this film because I go in a deeper dive about it and explain why. And if I explain it here in this non-spoiler review, I'm gonna ruin the movie. So I'm not gonna talk about the things I didn't like about it, but I'll talk about things I did like about it, which again, of course, I'm not gonna spoil it. So here are the three things that I would say just highlighted the movie for me that it made me like this movie even more. Um, the first one, obviously, it just visually looks good. And I just want to say this about why I really appreciate everything about the visually, because number one, I would say, is the suit. The Spider-Man suit in this film looks really good. It reminds me of that Spider-Man suit on this picture that I have right here on my wall. And it just cuz and it feels like a comic book Spider-Man suit that I would see if I was reading a comic book. And another thing, as I was as the movie ended and I was waiting for the mid post credit scene, which there's only one. There's only one. And I'm not going to talk about that on here either. But here's what makes me appreciate the how it just visually looks is as I'm waiting for that post credit scene, I'm seeing the credits roll. And I'm just seeing all these names and third party companies. And I just want to say this. I just want to shout them all out because today we as life in this world today, the technology is has changed and it's still going to and change and evolve. And I just want to shout out all the people there, the men, the women of all ages who get to live their dreams working behind the scenes, whether they are good at doing the CGI, holding the cameras, doing the special effects, to the stunt doubles, uh, just to the people who do the VFX effects. Like, shout out to y'all because again, I know the technology is going to change and evolve, and life's going to be different, but this is why this film to me reminds me why we should just let these people should not lose their jobs, whether they're doing this movie or any TV shows, even from the screenwriters to the storytellers. Like, we as people like them can be so creative and so passionate about this stuff because to me, from the director to the camera crew and the makeup artists, everybody put so much effort. And I know it's probably stressful at times and days and weeks and months when you don't know their personal life, you don't know what they're going through, we don't know what they're struggling with, but they still showed up and put so much effort. And I just don't want nobody to ever lose their job because this movie is so good. Again, from a visually, it looks so good because they put so much effort in it. And I know they'll never see this video, and I do hope this they see me talk about them in this positive way that they're so creative and so passionate to dedicate this much time to make a film this big and how long it took. I just appreciate them, and I think as society, we should always fight for these particular jobs to never go away. And that's all I want to say about that. So I just want to say thank you to all the people behind the scenes in every department, and of course the cast members as well, and because they did an amazing job and a lot of effort was put into this film. And this again reminds me why I love comic books, why I love watching superhero movies, why such a huge fan of Marvel comics and DC comics as well. And this just this because this story made me. I think the little kid inside me would appreciate seeing a Spider-Man movie like this, you know. And it was just so good, well put together. Now, the second thing that I like is the cameos. The cameos in this film were awesome, and they weren't messing up the main plot. You know, it wasn't overstepping on it. It didn't make you forget what the whole point of this movie is about. And they were written in so well that even the ones, again, I can't really talk about the cameos because it would spoil it so much. But there's cameos that if you took a step back, yeah, those cameos didn't make sense, but they were placed so well in certain scenes that it's not gonna screw up anything about what's the main point, the main plot of this movie. So they did an excellent job placing all those cameos in this film, and it wasn't too much and it wasn't too less. It was just at the amount of cameos that this film needed, because there's so much going on. There's so many Marvel characters, and we really honestly can't have them all in there. But the ones they do put in there in this film, they all had an important role. So I enjoyed it. Now, the last thing is the main plot. The main plot of this story was really good. And it gave you a reason why to care more for Spider-Man. And for Spider-Man himself, we saw more of a character in-depth growth with this character. We're seeing a different side of him. We're seeing him, grow up a little bit, mature a little bit. This honestly reminds me of when Sam Raimi, the director who directed the three Spider-Man movies starring Tobey Maguire, it reminded me of the format of how he did all three of those movies, but they did that in one movie in this one, Spider-Man Brand New Day. And we're seeing Spider-Man just live through life. We're seeing Spider-Man grow, and we're seeing him literally become an adult, literally. And I think that's the cool part about seeing this Spider-Man in the MCU. And this is why I think, like I say, Tom Holland to me is the better Spider-Man in this, because of this is something I think, in live action wise, they never really got to this point with Spider-Man, and in this film they do get to a point that has never been done before in a live action, in my opinion, or at least executed correctly. And the main plot of this really helped it, and I think it needed this. And it just feels like something I was reading out of a comic book or just playing a video game. And I think that's what's more important. I think the main plot makes this movie the best. And I can't wait to see more of Spider-Man in the future, and I hope there's more to come with this. So, and honestly, if I had to give this a 1 out of 10, this is a 10 out of 10 movie. Yeah, it has its it has its like not so not well, I'm not going to say bad things about it. It had things that I can nitpick about, and I'll bring those up in my spoiler review, of course. So check that out after you see the movie, please. After you see the movie. But this is a 10 out of 10 superhero film, and this is one of the better Spider-Man films out of every live action Spider-Man ever existed. Like, this is the better one. And I'm telling you guys, take the time out and go see this film. It is so worth it. You don't need to do your homework and watch every Marvel film. You don't need to watch every Spider-Man film before it. Just go and watch this because it's so good. And then it's because it's going to inspire you to rewatch the other Spider-Man films and the other MCU films and shows. Like, it will. So just go see it. It is totally worth it. And I'll say Sadie Sinks in this too. What a what a wonderful actress. She nailed it. She had such a good performance. I think her in general, she's going to be like any other movie she does, honestly. She's so talented that people are going to recognize her as being one of the best of the best as an actor who can just perform in any type of movie. Too. I'd say that for sure. But that is my non-spoiler review, guys. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Great Talking Entertainment Official channel. Subscribe, hit that notification button so you can always be up to date with all my latest content. Thank you guys. Peace.